the thing that I wish I knew earlier, or probably maybe somebody could have guided me very well, was to do even courses like, makeup, tailoring, plumbing, carpentry, mechanic, because with all these short courses or courses that focus on skills, they bring money. Because when Sally was mentioning about, the car maintenance, it means that you're taking money to the mechanic. When we are here, we need to look good. It means that we need a makeup artist.
I read the book of Proverbs 27:23, and it says, have you known the condition of your flock? Yeah. Have you given attention to your herd? So your flock is like your wealth, your money, the condition. Have you looked at that condition? So you start planning. You should start asking yourself, what can I do?
There are people, somebody watching us, and they are already in a financial mess.
Yeah.
Until there is this verse that says, this one, if the Lord does not help you, if the Lord does not help you, where can your help come from?
This is Kingdom Conversation, a place where we talk about God. This is a place we encourage you. We give you real life stories. We do not present perfection to you, but we take you through the journey of becoming, the journey of finding your purpose.
God has called us in different areas of life. We will be looking at how do we make it work so that we are not burnt out.
In our conversation, we are going to emphasize on those people who are meant to become and also to serve. Yeah.
So welcome again to Kingdom Conversations today. Today we are glad to bring to you lived experiences because as Kingdom Conversations is all about our family, ministry, career, and also just a way we can strike a balance of the two. So today we come to you, all of us, the three of us. I have Pam left and I have Jess on my right. Today we're going to bring to you lived experiences, the things that we wish we knew earlier, and if we knew them earlier, they could have helped us to make milestone faster. And it took us long to learn. So today we want to just take a listen to what we have experienced, what we have lived, to know, so that you can learn it by just taking your 30 minutes and watching this video and getting your lessons. So I want to welcome each and every one of us is going to share their things that they wish they knew earlier, the things they wish somebody told them earlier, would have not made several mistakes along the line, or would have come stronger, or maybe we would have not wasted the time. So we don't want you to waste that time. That is why we bring to you these lived experiences so that you're able to, if maybe you're in that stage, you're able to move to the next level faster. I want to welcome Pam. Maybe you would share with us, what are those things that you wish somebody told you earlier, or maybe you wish you found that revelation earlier. You would have not maybe wasted time trying to learn or trying to juggle your way, or maybe doing trial and error along the line.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, there's a lot that maybe I would have wished I knew earlier. One of them is, it comes from the book of Proverbs 18:22. That common verse to every woman or man, every married woman or man. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So this verse, everybody normally possesses it. They claim it. Once you get married, of course, you expect favor. You expect things to happen in a certain way. So to me, I was like telling God, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. that is according to your word. And your word is settled in heaven. Your word is yes and amen. So when it is written, then why not? Why is it? Why am I not seeing it? Like, it should really be evident that there is favor
in this man's life.
Yeah, it should be palpable.
Yeah.
So so and an ignorant woman suffers a lot.
Yes.
In this world, in marriage, an ignorant woman suffers a lot. So in the process of praying and things are not happening, I one day got a revelation that this good thing, how do you become a good thing to your husband? How do you become a good thing? Because only a good thing attracts favor. There is another version that says, he who finds a wife finds a treasure.
Yes.
So I started asking myself, am I a treasure? Because yes, it can be very valid that as women at times you behave the way you behave because you are really offended. Somebody has offended you. Somebody has not done things the way you in your mind, the way you expect them to be done. Like, why has he not given me attention? Why has he not treated me like this? Why has he not done this? So you end up complaining a lot, even without saying. In your mind, you complain a lot and you deviate from being a good thing. The atmosphere you create at home becomes so negative, and instead of attracting favor, you attract things that are not favor. So with that revelation, I picked that. And revelation, as we know it, revelation is deliverance. Once you get that revelation, you start getting delivered slowly, step by step. And so that is one thing that I've really learned, that I need, no matter the situation, no matter what happens, no matter the unmet expectations, be a good thing. Just be a good thing. Learn to create a positive environment in your home, to your husband. Let him see the Jesus in you, the good wife, the wife in you. You are not just there to be a girl or a woman, but a wife. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Now, that has been my experience, and by the grace of God, that has helped me to be a good thing and to create a good atmosphere at home, and let your husband see the treasure in having you as his wife.
Excellent. That is very excellent.
It was so interesting when I was listening to what Pam was saying, and this brought me to ask, probably maybe I can ask this question in this platform. We know by the word that says, a good wife, builds a home, and a foolish wife destroys her home. And then also, it also, I was thinking about something when we normally say that, like people, they normally say like I'm getting blessing or I'm being blessed because of the prayers of my mother. So my question is probably maybe to this platform is it true that yes, if you're that good woman who prays and who is diligently reading the word of God, you can impact a great impact even to your children? Because you are saying about being a good wife. So my question is, the good wife, will she be able to bring in favor? Because right now probably that we can have arguments in a marriage. So does it mean that there's no favor that is going to be in that home?
If I get you correctly, I would want to answer you this way, that arguments are there, but there are these unsaid arguments. You complain in your heart, you complain in your heart, you say, why has he not done this? Huh? You are with your expectations. But if they are addressed, at times things happen in a home, you are not satisfied. Your husband does not even know you are not satisfied. You have not even talked about it.
Yeah.
You have not even told him.
Yeah.
And in most cases, husbands are not very sensitive that they will see you not well and ask you, what's
Are you okay?
are you okay?
Yeah.
No, in most cases, it won't happen that way because they have a lot. They are the head of the home. They are thinking of so many things. They have so many things to handle as the head of the home. So if you do not say them, if you do not put them on the table so that you can discuss, the two of you, they may not know what is really bothering you or upsetting you. But the moment in God's sight, maybe you could be truly offended.
Yeah.
And when you're truly offended, even you are hindering. There is a way in which you will be hindering his prayers. I don't know whether that is it Peter, First Peter 3 something.
So that your prayers will not be
Will not be in that. When the wife is not happy, the wife is not at peace, the wife is not bothered. But you see, it is your mistake that you are bothered, and because you've not told your spouse, your partner, that this and these are not happening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe if I could just add on that, I like the fact that you have mentioned that he who finds a wife finds a treasure and obtains favor.
Yeah.
So the wife and the treasure are still talking about the woman.
The woman, yes.
So it's about maybe I would speak maybe to the modern day woman, like maybe you should be able to add value to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to add value to yourself, not necessarily what you bring to the table. I would not want to target to that, but you should be able to add value to yourself in terms of if there is anything that is bothering you, what are you doing about it?
What are you
Because
doing about
it causes two to tangle.
Yes.
Yeah. If there is something that is not making you happy, how have you contributed to it, and what can you do to work out that part of it? Yeah. Is it about attention? Does it mean that you're not so busy? If you feel like this person maybe is so committed, but this person maybe provides, this person is a good father, is a good husband, but there are some tiny expectations that are not met about you. Is it that maybe you need to get busy? Is it about maybe you can do a course just to upskill so that you upskill yourself, and then the moment you're upskilling, you're becoming that treasure. You're becoming the treasure, and you're bringing even more value, adding more value to the man. And as you're adding more value, by the way, the favor just has a way of just automatically coming in. So as a modern day woman, maybe I can speak, or even any other woman that is listening, that it's important as a woman to be that treasure, as you have mentioned. Be that treasure in the fact that add value to yourself. Add value to yourself, and add value in terms of see places that are there gaps and fill them.
And feeling them.
If you need to start a business, like the finances maybe are not enough for the family, your husband is really trying, but they are not enough. What are you doing about it? Like there is not something that you can actually do. Apart from just being there. You can bring in ideas. You can share those ideas. That man needs them. When you bring those ideas, how about we secure a piece of land? Yes, he has the money, but then maybe does not have the idea. The moment you bring in those ideas, you bring in treasure. You're now becoming that treasure.
That treasure.
Just looking at yourself and just becoming that treasure is very important.
And also to add on top of that, there's a lot of women complain in marriage. Oh, this and that. Oh. And they are just small things. They're not even the growth. The growth. So another thing that I've also realized that when you pray, God is a God that gives direction. He's a God that gives direction. And when we pray, there are some things that people should not be complaining about. Why don't you take it to God in prayer. Like that time that you're spending to complain, there is a way in which God adds value to your life when you pray. Yeah, God transforms you, your thinking, your reasoning, your expectations will also change when we pray. So nowadays when I see a woman that complains a lot, I am tempted to ask, how often do you pray?
Yeah.
Do you read the word? Because some things are not worth it. When with some experience and some revelation, you realize that that you just stop talking to somebody. Somebody has just offended you, and you just stop talking. You are creating a bad atmosphere in your home. And this is something that you can just have. How often do you pray? How often do you read the word? Yeah, because there are things you can avoid.
There are things you can avoid. And then the power of prayer. Prayer has a way of just transforming how you think.
How you think.
And how things, the revelation that you get about certain things that you're not doing right.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
There is something Pam was saying about prayer, and I loved about it. And I just realized, even spiritually, that when the devil realizes that he cannot attack you because you're praying a lot, he blinds you. He blinds you whereby he gives you pictures whereby you can see other people are doing even better than you. And even he goes even to an extent of even showing you, this has not happened. And that brings in, that low self-esteem. And that's why even right now we're having cases to do with mental health. Because for me, I know like this mental health, it's just a thing that is, recent. Because long time ago, if you hear somebody has a mental issue, it was, probably maybe because of drugs or anything. But right now, people are having even mental issues because of, they are facing challenges in their lives. And this, I wanted to share from the word, from the book of 2 Corinthians 4:4, it says, "The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God." Yeah, so when you are talking about prayer, it makes you, change. It gives you the ideas, just like my sister Salin was saying, the heavenly ideas. If it's a course, if it's a business, Yeah, so I believe the devil is an expert of even blinding our minds, whereby you cannot see anything. And these are some of the things how I wish we all knew, even in this generation, Yeah, that we should not glorify mental issues that much, but we should always go back by reading the word of God and also by praying. Yeah. So, Salin, I also wanted to ask you a question. We know that we are in the corporate world, and we hear issues, at work whereby people are not able to be fit in terms of their mental health. Yeah. So my question to you is that now, how can we be able even to be ambassadors of Christ and ensure that, even as much as we are supposed to meet the targets, we're supposed to put our A game at work, then how can we be great ambassadors of God, ensuring that even the people that we work with closely, they're able even to, to be encouraged?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Maybe in the spirit of sharing those things as an ambassador of Christ, those things that I wish I knew earlier. Like I wish maybe somebody told me earlier, or I wish I was enlightened enough to know earlier, especially in the corporate world. And maybe I would talk about finances. The major thing that normally affects people, especially people who are you're just from college, you are just from campus, you have gotten your first job, then of course there is that excitement that comes in. you've just gotten your first salary and you feel like, wow, I think I need to do this. Then kidogo in your organization will be told that you can qualify for a loan, you can qualify. So when we have that excitement, we're always carried away. The first thing most people always do is they think about, I want to have a car.
Yeah.
I am tired of working. Yeah, you see. So sometimes it's important to have like that literacy, and that is part of my story that I will talk about when I got my first job. And the first thing I thought about is I want to get a car. Like there was nothing that was in my mind. There was a time that we could even be paid bonuses. Then immediately my organization had really good practices. When bonuses were just around the corner, what they would do is they would send an email. They would tell you that there are bonds that you could buy with that bonus. Don't waste that bonus. Actually, I would open and close that email. Like I don't even want to know what that email is talking about. This is my money. I can go spend it the way I want it. No. So that continues to immerse you into financial crisis because you don't have that financial discipline. And of course, as you mentioned, when you're in financial crisis, sometimes it's very hard to be an ambassador of Christ, even at the workplace. So you continue to get yourself immersed. You don't think about savings. You don't think about investments. You don't think about the future. You think about the now. And that is something maybe I would talk to somebody, a youth somewhere. You've just gotten your first job. It is okay to get a car if you're getting it for a business. Yeah, that way the car becomes like an asset to you because it's generating some form of income. But if you're just getting a car at that entry level in the job market, it's like you're getting a liability because the car needs to be serviced, the car needs to be fueled, the car needs spare parts. You need to buy them, and that will always have to be coming from your pocket. At some point, you'll feel like that is why we have people. Maybe you've bought a car, but you've parked it at home because you can't afford now. Maybe it's
maintenance.
It's maintenance. You need to maintain the car. It's mid-month. You don't have the money.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe you can ask yourself, like, did I make the right decision? Especially if you're in such a scenario, such a situation, it's important to ask yourself, did I make the right decision? So along the line, of course, promotion comes in, but still you don't have that knowledge. Yeah, you don't have that knowledge of who am I? Like you don't know yourself. Who am I? When you know yourself, you know that this is what I'm planning for. This is my short-term plans. These are my long-term plans. This is where I want to go. This is where I want to be, maybe in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. So those are lessons that somebody needs to learn at a very early age. Maybe you're in college, you're planning to get into the job market, or you're planning to start a business. That those financial literacy that somebody needs to have, yeah? And you realize at some point that financial discipline is freedom. Yeah, it is actually freedom. And it is not about perfection. It's not about that I am perfect today. No, it's about I am disciplined. The money that I get, maybe at the end of the month, I use it properly. Yeah. So along the line, promotion comes, and of course, promotions will come with additional income to you. But you feel like I should improve my living style. Yeah, I should move to a better house. Yeah. So
family has become big.
My family has become big. So we continue to make wrong financial decisions, and at the end of the day, you find yourself borrowing. And the Bible doesn't recommend us. The Bible tells us that you will lend to nations. That is our identity as children of God, that we will lend to nations. Then you reach a point where now you don't have transport to go to work. I have to call Pam.
And
can I have
can believe you don't have. How?
the way you are dressed.
Yes.
Somebody looks at you, you're always eating lunch, and not lunch that you've carried from home.
You bought.
You bought. Sometimes it is even KFC. Yeah. We used to have a colleague who would even take a loan in that time. He would be so generous. It's good to be generous, but being generous with the loan is it overrated? Yeah, I would say so. Because that time you would be, have you had lunch? I've just ordered KFC. I just ordered pizza. It's coming. You see, and then at the end of the day, you find that the loan that you had taken, we take loans with no purpose. Yeah. So when you take a loan with no purpose, it comes and you start. Once the loan comes, is when you start thinking like, what was I supposed to do with this loan? Or maybe let me take 20,000, I give to so and so, or maybe let me do some tumba. At the end of the day, you find the loan has been apportioned to different places. By the time it is done, it is not helping you.
It's not helping.
You're paying a loan. You're in financial constraint. And we do not represent Christ well at the workplace, because you can imagine calling your mother, you're working, you have a salary, then you're like, Mom, can you help me with 1,000 bob?
I'll give you at the end of the month.
Like, nitarudisha at the end of the month. Then your mother is like,
It's not even working.
yeah, what is it? Your mother is almost telling you, come my job, I work. Please, can you stop going to work?
Stop going to work?
Yeah, because you're not being a good ambassador. So financial literacy is very, very important. Financial discipline is very, very key. And so one day I had to sit myself down, and then I read the book of Proverbs 27:23, and it says, have you known the condition of your flock? Yeah. Have you given attention to your herd? So your flock is like your wealth, your money, the condition. Have you looked at that condition? So you start planning. You should start asking yourself, what can I do for the future? And then remember, I want to give us a story about Pharaoh. All of us, it's a common story that everyone understands about the dream that he had. And the dream was talking about the 7 years of lack and the 7 years of abundance. And one thing that somebody has to know is that not all the time you'll have abundance.
True.
So as a true representation of Christ in the workplace, you should ask yourself that not all the time I'm going to have abundance. So I should be able to store up for the seasons of lack. Yeah, you should be able to store up for the seasons of lack, so that we don't find yourself in scenarios where we have to ask for fare. Yeah, we are not able to go to work. We have to ask for fare. Situations like, leo naenda kulala njaa. Please. Yeah. God looks at you and he's like, and this is my child.
You're not responsible.
You're not responsible. I opened this door for him, but he's not using it properly. So that is one of the ways. I think also brings about maybe the mental
health
part that you were talking about. Because hey, if you don't have money, you're mentally challenged.
You're crazy. Yeah.
If you don't have money, you feel like you're disabled. Actually, there are stresses that actually just come with lack of money.
Yeah.
If you've had maybe somebody in the house, you'll see their mood changes.
True.
When they have money, their mood changes.
Yeah. And you don't want people to call you. When they call you, this one needs money.
Yeah.
Why don't you're just afraid.
Yeah. And then there are times when somebody mentions money, you feel like there are goosebumps. So
True.
that is one of those things that I really learned.
If I can just interrupt a little and ask you, you know, there are people, somebody watching us, and they are already in a financial mess.
Yeah.
Until there is this verse that says, this one, if the Lord does not help you, if the Lord does not help you, where can your help come from? Even the king, even the president cannot help you. Now there is this person watching, and they're like, hey, it's a mess. It's messed up. Yeah. So what can you tell from your story? What can you tell somebody? Where do they start from? How do they redeem their finances? Yeah, because it's like you're stuck.
Yeah. So The other thing, by the I can talk about, I think, because I have quite some knowledge around the finances, because one thing that you have to do, be open enough to learn. Yeah, associate with people who actually are doing well. It's important to ask, what are you doing? Yeah, ask people, what are you doing to ensure that you're able to move. Yani, you're not surviving across the month. Throughout the month, you're not surviving. Have people around you that are able to give you that good guidance. Yeah. The other thing also, there are so many YouTube videos talking about finances. Listen to them. Talking about investments. Listen to them. Seek those kind of information. The other thing also that you can also do is read books. Nowadays, there are so many books. I was talking to a friend of mine. The child came from school and told her, Mom, there is a book I want you to read with me. And the mother akamuuliza, what is the title of the book? It was talking about money. I was like, wow, that is good. Please read with her that book. Yeah, so that is also, you also train your children. But again, the most important thing that I also want to talk about is about budgets. When people talk about budget, some people are very skeptical about budgets, but budget tells you where your money is going. Yeah. So be open-minded enough to take a budget. Even if you're not going to act on it as much as I would want you to act on it. Even if you're not going to act on it, take that budget. Ask somebody who has maybe a template, an Excel template, how they do their budget. Put that budget. In that budget, call everything by name. Like if I'm going to buy sugar, I don't want to call them groceries. Yeah, you know, there's a way you just lump 20,000 into grocery. No, call everything by name. If I'm going to buy coffee, I'm going to buy drinking chocolate. I'm going to buy tea. Everything that you're going to buy. So that is the list of your shopping. You're going to buy toothpick. You're going to buy bar soap. Call them by name and list their prices. Does it total to that 20,000 you had lumped as groceries? All those, that is enough for you for that month. Then what next you do, on your bills, you put your savings, you put your investment, you put giving. Yeah, the amount that you're going to be giving out. You put your tithes there. Yeah, there are those pledges that you have made. Maybe you have a loan that is deducting you. Put them on the bills side. Yeah, and do things. It's important to do things like something that is enough for the whole month. So if it is electricity, how much is enough for you for the whole month?
So that you don't buy in the middle of the month.
In the middle of the month. And you have to get disciplined enough to work with that throughout the month. So instead of buying token for 50 shillings, why don't you just buy for 1,000 bob? Enough for you for the whole month. So that way, once you put that in a budget, you do that before the money comes. You know, at the end of the month, maybe I'm expecting 30,000. So before that money comes, tell it where it is going to go. And you stick to that budget. You can try it in a month, in 1 month, and see if it works. But I know it works. Yeah. It will open up your mind, and you'll ask yourself, so giving per person, I have been doing 1,000 bob, yet I cannot afford. Yeah. Because you put a budget for giving. If your budget for giving is 1,000 shillings, you cannot give one person 1,000 bob. If that is your budget, can accommodate 1,000 bob. So you have to apportion that giving throughout the month, so that you don't also look like somebody who is so mean. Yeah, because you'll give 1,000 to one person, then realize along the month you're struggling. If you can give 10,000, then you don't have to give one person the 10,000. You can apportion it throughout the month. When the budget for giving it's depleted, then you can give the next month now. You can now take it to the next month. I think that is something that maybe I can speak to somebody who is saying now the situation is messy, and that is how to come out of that.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a good one, where I'm reminded of this verse that says, even when a tree has been cut, it can grow again. So there is hope that you can come out of that financial struggle, financial difficulty. Because, you know, with financial struggle, even worshiping God becomes a challenge. Praying because the worries become too much. Yeah. And some worries are so big in your prayer. They're like mountains in your before you, that dedicating yourself to seriously serving God by prayer and other areas can be difficult.
True.
Yeah. Now,
maybe just to interrupt you before you continue. So we have this book called The Bounce Back.
Yeah.
I have captured all the stories here. So in case maybe somebody might be interested, Bounce Back is about, maybe you've been in the deep end, that as you're trying to say, you've been in the deep end, the struggles are too much, and you want how to come out of it. You can purchase this book at only 2,500 shillings. We have written all that story here, how to come out and everything that you need about your finances.
Wow. Yes. Interesting. The conversation is becoming more and more interesting. And that brings me to Jessica. Is there something you want to share? Something that you wished somebody told you earlier or you learned earlier? Yeah.
Something that I wish somebody would tell me earlier was that courses which focus on skills, there is big money, millions there. Not even, like courses of to do with, medicine, the one that requires your full, your full intelligence there. But when you do courses that are focusing on hands-on, and skills, that is where the money is. Because I remember the time when we were choosing courses, people were really putting medicine, nursing, pilot, And I remember that time, my desire was to be an interior designer. Then I remember my parent told me, you don't know how to draw. There is no need of you to do interior design. And right now, you're even seeing people even giving billions and millions of money whenever there is a construction, like interior design and such, and such. So the thing that I wish I knew earlier, or probably maybe somebody could have guided me very well, was to do even courses like, makeup, tailoring, plumbing, carpentry, mechanic, because with all these short courses or courses that focus on skills, they bring money. Because when Sally was mentioning about, the car maintenance, it means that you're taking money to the mechanic. When we are here, we need to look good. It means that we need a makeup artist. Yeah, and also the other thing is also about marketing. Yeah, so right now I believe people are trying to, to venture into those courses, because right now you can even find, somebody who is a pilot. She or he has resigned from work, and right now they're baking. Because yes, because every month, every day people celebrate birthdays, and that is where the money is. So that is something which I noticed, and right now I'm trying to see how best can I use probably the skills that I have, to know how probably maybe to start a business, or how can this skill make me to have a side hustle. Yeah, so it's not about, the big courses about medicine. Yeah.
Excellent. But I love the part that it's very, very true. It's true that the short courses that people do, and the skill-based courses really add a lot. And of course, there is your degree. We do not nullify the fact that you have to do your degree, because that gives you a leeway, to maybe to the market. But having a skill is very key. We have somebody maybe now seated down at home saying, I have a degree, but I don't have a job. What are you doing about that? What are you doing about yourself? It is called upskilling. Do something. Look for a course. And some of these things are nowadays online. We have online courses such as Allison, very free. You do that course, it is free. They give you a certificate, very free.
True.
Whether you want to learn about data analytics, Excel, those are additional courses that you could add. And that also speaks even to those that are in the job market. Yesterday I was talking to a colleague of mine. We had a meeting like 2 days ago, and my boss called the meeting, and then during AOB, he said, Celine, there is something that we have to, me and my colleague, now you also mentioned my colleague who is not so good with analyzing Excel. There is the advanced Excel where you can analyze report and do proper reporting. Yeah, as much as I'm also good in this, but I want to tell you this. You really need, like it's now become a concern. You really need this Excel. So it is important that you start thinking about how you're going to get knowledge about that Excel. So I was telling my colleague, there is something we were told 3 days ago. I have thought about that thing all my life. With the overthinker that is in me. Yeah. So I have thought about it like all my life. What do I do together? So it also gives you easy time, even at the workplace. You're at the workplace, but you have an
added advantage
that you can bring to the table. Yeah. So what is that advantage that you have? It is about the short courses. Yeah. That advantage can give you an upper hand to get promoted, to get more money on that. So even if you're at your workplace, don't sit there that I have arrived. Don't have or harbor that arrival mentality where now you're not upskilling. Let me tell you, the organizations that we have today, you become obsolete. With that degree of yours, with that degree that you came with from campus, you came with your BCom, you came with your economics, you come with that degree from campus, it becomes obsolete because now there is nothing more special about it. So those courses, I think they make us even more special. They make us stand out. There is that person who has that degree, but they have another skill of baking.
Yes.
Sometimes even looking for a job, some people just say, no, I'm not looking for a job. I think this business is
enough.
So I really totally agree with the fact that you have mentioned that. And now that brings us to a close of this conversation. And I must say that I am a better person now, having learned that he who finds a good wife, he who finds a wife, finds a good thing. Remember, in your home, in your various places that you are in, remember to be that good wife. And that good wife, we have talked about upskilling, adding more value to yourself, creating a good environment at home so that you become that treasure that man is looking for. We've talked about financial literacy today, and we have said the financial discipline is freedom. You want that freedom, you're in a messy situation. As my sister has mentioned, that even a tree, though it is cut, it can grow again. There is no lost situation. We've talked about upskilling, those skill-based courses. Please do them. Don't stay jobless at home. Because there's several opportunities out here. And by the way, the Bible says that He's given us everything that pertains to God, to life and godliness. So you have everything, by the way. You can actually become that, do that tailoring. And it doesn't have to be like you've done tailoring, you're doing repairs. God has given you a mind to think design, think of things, and start by yourself. Design those clothes for yourself and market them. Take photos, and people will just come saying, hey, we really see your dresses. Who is your tailor? And you're the tailor. Do that events, the marketing. There are people who actually just do marketing for the sake. I can just come and do marketing for Jess. She doesn't pay me. Somebody notices. Nowadays we have social media. Like, I realize you're really a good marketer. You see, and that has already sold you out. You see, and that way you get a job, you get your business, you can market your business. So capitalize on those short courses. We don't have to have jobless generation. Yes.
True. Wow.
So thank you so much. I hope you too learned so much during this video. And if you are here up to now, it means that you have really learned something. So we'd like you to just press the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to our videos. We want you to share this video with somebody. Maybe you think they really need this video. Please share with them so that you can, so that they can also learn. Subscribe so that you can keep on seeing videos from us. If you don't subscribe, maybe this is the last time you're seeing us. Have a blessed day.
Bye.
Bye. This is Kingdom Conversation, a place where we talk about God. This is a place we encourage you. We give you real life stories. We do not present perfection to you, but we take you through the journey of becoming, the journey of finding your purpose.
God has called us in different areas of life. We will be looking at how we make it work so that we are not burnt out.
In our conversation, we are going to emphasize on those people who are meant to become and also to serve. Yeah.